Tuckerman Ravine is probably the most notorious ski face in the East, consisting of a massive, precipitous bowl that starts thousands of feet higher than even the summit elevations of every other Northeast ski resort. Tux feels completely different than every other experience most people have ever had on snow. In fact, the conditions are so extreme that visiting during the core winter season is ill-advised. But this past spring, we decided we had to check out Tuckerman Ravine for ourselves, and in this video, we'll go through the full Tux experience, including the hours-long journey required to get there, the equipment needed to properly do it, and some of the special circumstances that have fallen on Tux thanks to just how notorious it's become as a backcountry destination. Let's jump right into it. When you're visiting Tuckerman Ravine, you want conditions to be essentially perfect to make a go for the run. For us, that happened to be a day in early May last year. I linked up with channel fans Matt and Elliot to have a little bit of company during the journey. How stoked are you?
I am so stoked right now.
So wait a minute, where's the ravine? Turns out even getting to the base of Tux is a journey in and of itself. This was the start of a 3-mile trail to the mountain face, and if you just looked around the base of the trail here, you would have never guessed skiing would be possible. Temperature and surroundings wise, the journey started out like your average late spring Northeast hike.
Oh, there's Wildcat. Up here to the right, there's like a cool little break that you can take to go see a pretty sick waterfall.
Sick, let's do it. It was decidedly very unwinter-like.
Oh man.
After that nice little waterfall visit, the hike up the trail path continued. How you guys doing? How's the first leg of the hike been so far?
Pretty good, you know. We're a quarter of the way there, maybe, something like that.
Quarter?
Maybe.
I see we've all stripped some layers already.
Yeah.
Definitely brought too much, but
yep.
better
Yeah.
to be over-prepared, I guess.
Well, I mean, you say that now, but do you think you're going to be wearing all of those when we get to the top?
Probably not. It's
All
more
right.
just worst case scenario because you never know up at Mount Washington because the weather can change
It'll
so
flip
fast.
really
Yeah.
quick, yeah.
It was right after that we saw our first sign of winter. First sign of snow. One more turn, and our first sign of the mountain came into view.
Oh, it's pretty thin.
Sick. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I think this is the halfway to the top of the bowl right here.
Nice.
What? Pretty sick.
Woo. Oh yeah.
Look at that view too.
So Matt, what we got here?
Just a bunch of undermining under the snow. You want to watch your step just so you don't break through and twist an ankle or something.
Yeah, you could sink into this. This is like dangerous territory here. Like look at that.
In the snow before.
Like over a
Oh
foot.
yeah.
You can see like right here.
That's crazy. Like you could fit half
You
my
could
pole
fit
in
yourself into that.
there. Yeah. You could probably crawl through that.
Whoa.
Yep.
Oh man.
Almost there.
All right, so it looks like it's now fully snow on the ground. Can you guys give me a little bit of background on what we're dealing with here?
So we're probably like 0.4 miles from the hermit shelter lodge, and it's right where people usually have lunch. There's a place to refill your water.
Whoa.
And then you just hike up about 0.7 miles to the base of Tuckerman Ravine Bowl.
Yeah.
So we're about a mile from the bowl, and the snow is actually a lot better than I expected. At least this far down. I thought there would be less of it.
Yeah. Getting a little gnarly. Time for what are we doing right now?
Throwing on our micro spikes. Just
Yeah,
like
'cause
small
it's-
little
All right.
It's fully snow covered now, and I don't see that going away. So
Nope.
a
Can we get a little
assistance.
close up?
Yeah, so I got the nail ones where there's just these little nails in there. I have the other kind too, but these work fine. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? No, this already feels much better with these micro spikes.
Yeah.
I'm already not
Don't have to
slipping.
worry about it.
It was about here that some of the biggest lines in and around the ravine came into view.
So up ahead you can see Dodge's, Chimney. I think you could almost see Stovepipe. You'll see also Hillman's off to the right, looking
right.
really bare.
Okay.
But you know, we're here to ski.
You ski that another time?
No, I haven't done it yet.
Another group caught up to us at this point. Take a look at how many people are wearing shorts, and you can just tell how warm it is despite the leftover snow on the ground. Then, finally, we got our first full view of the ravine itself. Whoa. Dude, that is such a East Coast looking mogul trail.
Yep.
It was here we made it to our first pit stop, the HoJo's Refuge cabin. All right, so where are we, guys?
HoJo's, and we're about to take a little break before we take the last 0.7 miles up to the bowl. That's gonna be the gnarliest part.
All right, so what are we talking in terms of gnarly?
A lot of very big rocks, possibly bouldering, maybe some snow. We'll see, some avalanche runoff.
Nice. You got anything to add?
Best water on the East Coast,
right
down that trail.
Oh my God, yeah.
We'd head up to check out that water a little bit later, but first, it was time to dig in for some lunch.
We got all of our goodies. We got a goodie bag here. It's essential that you bring food when you go to ski Tux, so you have enough energy to get to the top and such, so I always come really prepared.
Okay.
So what are we talking?
What is that?
It's a turkey BLT I got from Common Man on the way up.
Ooh.
So yeah,
Nice.
Pretty good decision, I'd say, on my part. Should be pretty
What
good.
do you got?
I got the Lunch of Champions protein shakes and granola bars.
Hell yeah. Me too. There were some pretty cool informational posters at the hut too. You said Huntington Ravine is the gnarliest?
Yeah, Huntington Ravine's much gnarlier than Tuckerman, as I understand it. It's mostly for ice climbing, but people do ski it, and you need ropes for it, for most of it probably.
As we were fueling up and soaking in the views, one of the last things you would expect to see in the backcountry showed up. Turns out they were dropping off supplies, and the copter got so close to us, I probably had the strongest wind blowing in my face I'd ever felt in my life. But the helicopter wasn't just a one-and-done journey. It actually took off and came back about 3 or 4 times throughout our stop, so we didn't exactly have the isolated backcountry experience we initially expected. But eventually, the helicopter did take off, and it was time to move on. But before we got too far, we got our first good look at the conditions in the ravine itself. So no one really skis the ravine itself, I assume.
What part of the ravine?
Literally that 100-foot cliff face.
Oh, I think that's Little Head Wall. Yeah, that's an actual thing when it fills in. Little Head Wall. People will actually ski that. Crazy people.
We made our way up the final 0.7 miles of the trail to the base of the ravine, and as you can probably hear, the helicopter decided to make a visit back into the area, and a pretty lengthy one at that. But as the helicopter continued to hang overhead, we made our way to the freshwater well. But was it actually working? Oh man. There we go. You really gotta work that thing. After that delicious water, it was time to keep going. We also may have been thinking about whether that helicopter would ever get moving again, but finally, about 15 minutes into our snow and boulder-filled hike, the helicopter flew away. So you were saying about this area?
Yeah, so this, in my opinion, is the gnarliest part of the hike other than the bowl. It gets really steep and rocky. It gets icy in some places and wet in other places and dry like this right now. We just came from an ice patch, which was really slick, and it's a really good leg burner too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my legs are burning.
Me too.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
This is certainly an excellent leg workout.
Oh yeah. Wait until you get to the bowl. 15 seconds. Every 15 steps you gotta rest, I swear.
Yeah, so despite having hiked for 2 hours at this point, this was still just a basic warm-up for what was to come.
You got it?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just gonna walk up the rock.
Yeah. As long as you keep your surface contact.
After a few more minutes of rock scrambling, we were finally in full view of the Ravine Base. This is so crazy how, we just started at such a mild-mannered hike.
Yeah.
And now we're literally here.
Yeah, and it's just the bowl. This is going to be the very tiring part.
If you've only skied inbounds in the Northeast before, getting up to Tux and seeing the bowl in its full glory is somewhat of a mind-blowing phenomenon. It's crazy that you just get up here and there's this wide open bowl.
Yeah, no.
It's like nothing else out here.
Yeah, no, it's seriously one of a kind.
All right, so how high do you think we are right now?
I'm pretty sure that we're just under 5,000 feet, between the 4,000 and 5,000 range. You can see we're just about as high as Wildcat over there. 4,390. I knew it was between 4,000 and 5,000.
Okay, so we're right around where the highest mountain in the east summits.
Yeah.
So basically,
this is where it starts.
Yes, this is where it starts. I guess that makes sense why there's a bowl here. All the other mountains are just too short.
Yeah, they don't have the snow line.
What you doing there, buddy?
Seeing the depth right here. We still got a lot left.
Okay. So tell me what that means.
So, what is that? 165 centimeters. So we got still over a meter of snow, over a meter and a half of snow.
For our American viewers, can you tell us what that means in imperial terms?
What's that, like almost 5 feet? About 5 feet? Not bad.
As we were prepping for the bull hike, we ran into another group of skiers who had just finished the descent.
How was it, man?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. If you look up at those rocks up there, I just jumped all of them. It was pretty easy actually. If you just hit it with a little nuts.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I think before I turned the camera on, you said you were scared.
All right. Yeah. All truths. Oh, I guess I went up through the brush here, came down right gully. Yeah, my boots definitely started to sink a bit.
Do you guys have anything to add? What would you say the experience was like?
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
And with that, it was time to fasten in our alpine gear and go.
So can you give us a little bit of a lay of the land of this hike?
Yeah, so we're gonna be heading up Left Gully here. We're gonna be following this boot path all the way in between those rocks.
20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, maybe even a little longer, honestly. If
right.
We're taking it easy.
Like a half an hour hike?
Half an hour to 45, something like that, yeah.
And is there anything that we need to watch out for on this hike in particular?
Yeah, definitely we don't want to be sinking into the snow. So like stuff like this, you got to watch out because you could just sink.
Yeah, biggest danger right now is probably just undermined snow where the water is washed out under it.
Undermined snow.
Did you say
Oh, yep.
Yep.
Oh.
That's that's why you don't go next to the rocks.
Yeah.
You got to be careful not to stab yourself too. Crampons. I'd say like halfway up here where you see the people up there, you could actually put your skis on, and if you're not as experienced, but you still want to try backcountry, it's a good start.
100%, yeah.
Yeah. That's like a good place if you're like comfortable with Double Black Saddle Resort.
As we continued our way up, the late spring snow conditions made themselves more and more obvious.
This rock well is
It's deep.
absolutely crazy.
Yeah. No, it's still gotta watch out. Yeah.
But despite these conditions, the ski tracks made it obvious that a decent number of people had been making the journey.
It's wild that, like, even though this is backcountry, there's just so many people who come here.
Yeah, so it's not, that is one part where it can take away some of the intimidation because you have so many good people. Like I remember my first time ever here, I got to the top and there was a bunch of guys from J Peak Ski Patrol. So it made me feel a lot more comfortable. I was like, all right,
Sure.
if I mess
And
myself
speak
up,
of the devil,
You a ski patroller?
Yeah. Why do you say that?
Because you have a jacket that says National Ski Patrol on it.
Yeah. I'm like, what?
We're just talking
Not
about,
here.
like, even though it's backcountry, there are just so many ski patrollers who come here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
The volunteer ski patrol too.
Yeah.
but after our quick chat, things were about to get tougher.
It's just tough because I don't have anything to dig in, you know.
Matt brought crampons and started speeding ahead, but Elliot and I unfortunately were not so thoughtful.
The big part about Left Gully is at the top. There's the
that's for those
head
first
wall.
few turns off the top. Are
yeah.
pretty sketch,
First few turns
honestly.
off the stop
Yeah.
are steep.
Yeah,
steep,
you'll
steep,
be
steep.
puckering.
The gullies here at Tuckerman's, the top is typically much steeper than anything's inbound at any resort in the East Coast. So that's kind of
All right. Well, I guess we'll see pretty soon.
Oh, and in case you were wondering, there were other people descending the run mere feet away from us.
Woo!
yeah. So there's like a really deep rock well right here. I can't even touch the bottom.
Okay. And how long is your ice axe?
I don't know, what, about a meter, you think? It's
Oh, okay. That is on the steeper side.
yeah, so that's really...
As we continued our way up, the terrain just kept getting sketchier.
So we got two diversions in the path here. We could go either straight up the run, or we could go to the right. We go straight up. We basically get to the top quicker, but we do have to deal with, you know, like this somewhat sketchy snowpack. But if we go this way, that's not the most reliable either. So I think we're just gonna be careful and do it cautiously.
Oh wow, it's a little icy right here.
At this point, we were on all fours.
All right. Big step up. Yeah, but I think once you get past there, you're in good shape. What time does the sun go down? Yeah.
We probably want to be off of here around like 7 by the latest.
Off of here or off of Tux in
off of
general?
here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it stays up pretty good here. I don't know with the clouds though. That's the one thing we'll want to check.
By the time we were here, it started to get really tricky. Elliot decided he was going to forego the top part of the hike. Also, my A-frame had come undone by this point. I probably could have done a better job on it.
What do you think, over or under?
What do you mean?
This rock.
Over?
Over?
I think. I'm just gonna move to your side.
Oh, boy.
Then, something happened.
Oh, boy. Ah!
What happened?
Stripped my entire ski pants.
Yeah, that's right, folks. You have to be very careful with your clothes when you're wearing crampons.
Oh, these ski pants are done for.
Dude, this is wild. There's a boot pack, but it's just entirely mud.
Indeed, at this point, continuous coverage on left gully was completely gone.
I'm thinking maybe like doing like that circ, you know?
But we were so close to the top that we just had to keep going.
We're pretty close.
Oh, yeah, bud.
Finally, despite a complete lack of coverage on the last 30 feet, we made it to the top.
Nice job.
Yeah, good shit, dude. Character builder.
Absolutely. All right, so we've made it to the top. We've soaked in the views. What's the game plan now?
So normally the classic line down left gully is just going straight down, but since the snowpack isn't there and we'd end up having to hike down, we're gonna go left and ski into it.
Yeah.
Just because the snowpack's a lot
Yeah, I
better.
mean, I don't see much of a snowpack here.
Oh.
And now, it was time to hike back down a bit and find a skiable line.
It's definitely rock and it's definitely loose.
Scrambling down these rocks in ski boots was not the easiest thing in the world.
Shoot. So that's not what you were aiming to go for.
Oh, I think it's right here.
You're aiming to go for the side entrance.
Yeah, just where it was filled out so we don't have to take our skis
Yeah.
off and shit, you know?
Yeah, I get that. Dude, ski boots and poles are just not made for granite. Shoot. Okay.
But after a little bit more down climbing, we finally made it to a skiable line.
All right. Back to snow. Woo.
Finally, it was time to descend.
You good? All right.
It was certainly spring-like, but this line was generally continuous and sendable.
Go to the left, then cut right. Oh, yeah.
Although we did have to watch for crevasses.
Ooh. Yeah. All right. Oh, I'll be good. I'll be good.
Oh! I was gonna film you.
Oh.
Oh, good.
Whoops.
After waiting for us at the same spot for quite a while, Elliot started his descent down too, although he was rightfully cautious about the terrain.
At your point, it's a little hard to get a jump turn in.
Yeah.
But you're almost done.
Yeah.
Woo!
Hey, there we go.
Sunk a little, but made it.
Nice. I'll go last and I'll ski the whole thing. I don't think I need to stop, and then I'll get you guys from the bottom too.
Oh yeah, that's a good move.
Now, it was time for the main part of the run, and you know we were going to enjoy it.
Hey, there you go, bud. It's so long. I know.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, buddy. That's so sick. Yeah.
Woo!
We were still waiting on Matt, who proceeded down maybe a little bit more aggressively than I would have been comfortable taking backcountry terrain.
Whoa!
But in the end, he still made it down just fine.
Woo!
Now, for the final descent back to our stuff.
Woo! All right. Oh man, dude. Jeez.
That's so sick.
Woo!
That was sick.
That was
Hey,
sick.
Right on, right on. Yeah. All of these.
Oh, and you wouldn't believe it, the helicopter came back out to celebrate the occasion. And finally, it was time to hike back to the parking lot. A lot of people will do 2 or 3 lines when they make the trek out to Tux, but we only had time for one this go around.
Woo!
At a first glance, it might look like any skiable snow would be gone after this point. But Tux is well known for having a ski descent down to the base called the Sherburne Trail, also referred to as Sherb. At this time of year, it's usually close to bare, but with the trail a temptingly short distance from us, we weren't willing to give up on that hope just yet.
The sun hits.
It looked a little sketchy,
Yeah.
but it was too tempting to pass over.
Yo, I'm just glad I get a second run in today.
Yeah, really.
Although we did need to conduct due diligence on one important thing.
You guys worried this might slide?
Bro, you can never be sure, you know what I mean? Like 5 degrees is legit.
Oh yeah, and everyone knows if
Yeah.
it's 5 degrees or more, you're in avalanche territory. There's your bait.
Now the real question was, how long was the run actually going to last?
Ugh. Better watch out for that slide. Oh! Oh no! Dude. Guys, this is like skiing a run at Camelback.
There might, honestly, I'm just gonna carry my skis around the corner.
Oh yeah, I'm not throwing them on my bag right now.
No, yeah.
Yeah, not a chance.
There's definitely gotta be more snow.
Was our bet going to pay off? Absolutely.
Oh man.
Strapped up again and then...
Maybe.
Elliot,
Yeah.
how long do you think it's gonna take you to ski down this?
At least an hour. Let's see. Yeah, so that was a very long hour, very treacherous journey.
I think this might have been the longest ski run in the world right
Yeah.
here.
For the next mile or two,
Dude.
it was just the same alternation of skis on, skis off. Snow was still there if it was shaded, grass was the name of the game if sun had been present. Some of us admittedly decided to have a little bit more fun than others.
All right, let's rip it. That was fun. That was worth it.
Excellent end to the season.
That was
I
super
can't believe
sick.
you guys did that. That was amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
dude.
was super high stoke.
Couldn't end the year any better.
So that was our journey both up and down the notorious Tuckerman Ravine.
We made it to the bottom.
Yeah.
Not only was the trek up quite the commitment, both physically and time-wise, but it also gave us the opportunity to explore some of the most unique terrain the East had to offer, none of which would ever be found in bounds or that late in the season. And perhaps the best surprise of the trip, the Tux hike was a great opportunity to bond with 2 backcountry savvy fans of the channel and have some Type 1 fun while conquering some decidedly technical terrain. If you happen to be in the area this spring and have the right group and backcountry equipment to do it, a Tuckerman Ravine trip will be totally worth it. Speaking of groups, if you're looking for a crew to go skiing with without the hiking, check out our PeakHouse New Zealand, Japan, Vermont, and India trips, all of which you can apply for using the links in the description below. And if you're looking for a crew to go hiking without the skiing, don't miss our PeakHouse Banff and Jackson Hole summer trips, both of which are happening only in a few months. And if you're looking for a crew to both ski and hike, stay tuned, because we have a big announcement coming up. If you're looking to do something incredibly fun, and let's be honest, who isn't, don't miss out on these trips. For more information on skiing in North America and over 100 destinations around the world, check out peakrankings.com. And special thanks to our Peak patrons. See you for the next one.